do you want to, Tina, talk about with just, I mean, this, we know scientifically that sound is a big emotional factor for us, right? So do you want to talk about like what that does to a video? Just say we shot that video but didn't have all the downtown noise. What's the difference there?
Right. I was reading an article that said sound, the dimension, and the emotion. And without the sound, you're looking at a downtown, you think you're looking at a downtown shot, and then your brain goes to, why aren't there car sounds? Why aren't there truck sounds? Where it's outside, where are the bird sounds? So you miss the message. And by building in sound, it enhances the message so that your brain's like, oh, okay, this is normal. And then your brain goes to processing what the actual video is trying to show you instead of thinking about what's missing.
Yeah. And another scene that you guys did had like tennis balls and all kinds of stuff. And again, that's stuff that you added in after the fact, right?
Yeah. That day, weather didn't help us to cover all the areas that we needed to cover. So, just all that extra B-roll, we didn't really have time to record all that extra sound. And so just with the easy access to sound effects on, what's it called? B-roll or not?
Yeah, and story
blocks.
Yeah, story blocks or even within the Adobe suite.
So that really helped just utilize all the different sounds. And
so
footsteps, running.
Yeah, and that's nothing like when you guys do a production, that's nothing that a customer has to worry about. It's just something that we know and that we know is going to make the video better. So it's something that our team just does off the bat, right?
Right. Well, we build that into the storyboard as well because the script had birds chirping, downtown noises. So when Andrea and Madison went over the script, Paul had that in his head that this is what should be happening.
Yeah.
And then when you look at the B-roll and the ambient noise doesn't quite match up to what the script is, then we go to the sound editing to say, okay, let's enhance that a little bit. So it sounds natural, but we had to create it.
Yeah. I think this goes back to that point that we made last episode about making that Netflix quality video. And I mean, like in my mind, it's just imagine a Netflix video of any type without any sound effects, and it's just the people talking and there's nothing else going on in the background, and just think about like how boring that would be and disengaging, and what you're trying to do with your products is make it engaging for the viewers, which a lot of the time is either a workforce or some sort of audience that our customers are trying to train, and really get them engaged into what they're trying to pass through their messaging.
Yeah, and in this situation, it was very important that we got that all right because the training was for first responders. And so they're a very well-informed audience who know what things should look like and what things should sound like. So you talked about the camera angles and the weapon, and Paul got some great shots of the law enforcement officers, the actors who were playing law enforcement, with their hand on the weapon, because we didn't ever want to remove it from the holster, but we were being realistic about this is what would actually happen in a real life situation. And our law enforcement SME was like, that's perfect to do that to all the actors who had law enforcement experience. So that was not very much direction for them. They already knew how to do it.
Yeah. It's surprising how much sound makes an impact, because even the hand gesture to the gun, without it, it felt so lifeless.
Mm-hmm.
So I had that was the longest sound effect that I had to search for, just a little sound.
Yeah.
So it really all matters in selling a story.
It really does. I mean, even I make videos. I don't make videos on the level that you guys do. So even adding music in really just enhances what you're trying to portray when you're sharing those messages.
Yeah, we have a lot of discussions about music.
Yeah.
Because everybody has a different opinion about music. So we do well when we pick out groups of music, and then we say we want A or B, or A, B, and C, and then Paul works his magic to to make it sync to the music. You did a really cool tour of the office that synced to the music.
To be honest, sometimes I get lucky.
Yeah.
If there's a good chance.
Yeah.
And the way it times with the visuals. So it worked.
Yeah, I can definitely relate to that.
Yeah, or they'll pick
couple of
music
times.
and I'll be like, wow, that sounds really good. And I had thought something completely different. So we try to be open and support each other with music choices. That could be a whole science in itself. It's
Yeah.
music with your messaging.
Yep, and that's we've mentioned it many times before, but that's something that our team has access to. It's all copyright free, so we don't have to worry about getting in trouble there. And once it's given to the customer, it's theirs to share the way that they want to share. Anything else that you guys want to hit on today?
Had a little fun inside in the residential scenario because the sun kept going in and out.
Oh,
And there were times when we had to wait for the sun to come back because we wanted consistency in the lighting.
right.
Yeah, so we had to just set up a light outside the window and just that help with consistency and just kind of one look, having it look like one look.
Yeah, and again, that's something that you see on a lot of like big movie sets where they have those big panels of lights outside the windows to avoid exactly that. And
Looks like natural sunlight.
yeah, I was gonna say it's cool to hear that you guys were able to do that on set too. What else?
It was always, you have to be prepared for anything because which is really what we've learned to deliver the product the customer's looking for. And, you say your arsenal of tools or your bag of tricks or whatever it is, you need to have all those things because you don't know, are you going to need that external light to simulate sunlight? Are you going to need an extra camera? Are you going to
Right, and
extra B-roll?
that really is kind of where this whole process meshes together, right? So during pre-production, you guys are storyboarding, writing scripts. At some point, that's probably passed over to Paul, and Paul's like, all right, I'm going to need X, Y, Z to get this accomplished. On that list are the lights, the gimbals, the cameras, you name it, Paul probably has used it. But it really is that whole process approach of, again, we're not just making a video that you could do at your house. We're making these Netflix quality videos and making them super engaging and super informative for all audiences.
Maybe you'll see one of our videos.
Yeah.
You can see them on YouTube right now.
Yes. All right. So if you guys are okay with that, I'm going to wrap it up here. We don't have another episode planned just yet, but we will be recording more of these video production episodes. So keep an eye out for those. Until the next time, Tina and Paul, thank you for joining me, and we will see everybody next time. That's a wrap for this episode of the Full Frame Podcast. We hope you found these tips on leveling up your corporate videos useful. If you're interested in taking your videos to the next level, be sure to check out AVIAN's video production services. Our team is dedicated to creating high-quality, engaging videos that not only tell your story, but help you reach your goals. To learn more, head over to our website at avian.com. That's avian.com. And don't forget to tune in next time for more insights and advice on video production. Thanks for listening.